Hello dear students of class 10. You are going to study in this video about the sexual reproduction in plant. Sexual reproduction in plants, and in this series of the videos you are studying about the structure of the flower and structure of the flower parts. So in the previous video you have seen about the structure of the flower, and now in this video you will see about the internal structure of the flower, structure of the gynoecium and structure of the androecium, structure of pollen grain and structure of ovule, and so on, and the process of pollination, fertilization. Okay, so let us see the pollen grain. Gametes, you can see the gametes in flower. Gametes in flowers. So gametes are the pollen grain, and next is ovule. So you will study the structure of the pollen grain as well as the ovule, which is situated in the ovary. Dear student, while studying these structures, you must see about the detailed structure of these gametes. My dear student, the pollen grains are like this. These are the pollen grains, and the pollen grains get covered with the enzyme, which is for the protection of the pollen grain, and inside it the nuclei. The nuclei are formed inside it. So this is enzyme, this is intine, these are the nuclei. And how this pollen grain get expressed into the anther, you can see the diagram like this. In a tetrad form. Suppose this is a star. So the pollen grain are seen in a tetrad form. This is a tetrad. If you open this, if you cut this part, so you will find that this is a tetrad. This is a pollen tetrad. This pollen tetrad is yes, dear students, you are here at the point of understanding the pollen grains. This is the male gamete, these are the gametes in the flower, and ovule that is the female gamete. This is the female gamete. Female gamete. As far as the structures are concerned, this pollen grain is having this one in time, and this is the pollen tetrad that is the anther. And apart from this is the female gamete having the ovule. This is the ovule. Ovule is having several, these are the polar nuclei which help in these polar nuclei help in the nourishment of it helps in the nourishment of this egg, this ovum, and there are two egg nuclei. These are for the purpose of the fertilization which takes place. And yesterday in female gynosium, this is the pollen tube that is present inside the style. This is the style, and combining it is called pistil. So this pollen tube facilitates the passage for the transferring the pollen grain to the ovule. Okay, and this is the process by which the transfer process takes place. That process is called pollination. So you are looking here both male and female gamete. This is the male gamete, this is the female gamete, and after development of the flower, the process of pollination takes place. And the process of pollination is the transfer of the pollen grain from anther to the stigma, either of that flower or to the other flower stigma. So this transferring process is called pollination. The medium of the pollination is insect, human touch, air, water, and so many other means are there for the pollination. Pollination is of two types, autogamy and allogamy. Autogamy is a self-pollination, means if same plant's flower produce pollen grains and that is coming to the flower of the own flower stigma or that coming on the other flower of the same plant stigma is called self-pollination or autogamy. While the cross-pollination means the cross-pollination takes place when the pollen grain of a flower is transferring from a flower of a plant to the another flower of the another plant. That means there is a cross-pollination. Plant to plant transfer of the pollen grain is called cross-pollination, while at the same plant flower to flower transfer of the pollen grain is called self-pollination. So dear students, this is the process of pollination by which the fertilization takes place. Now see, what is fertilization? The process of fertilization means the fusion of these nuclei, with the egg nuclei of the ovule in the ovary. When they get enter into the pollen tube and going towards the ovary, then there will be the process of fertilization. So, if these both nuclei that is having required number of chromosomes, when they both fertilize these both nuclei, then that is called the double fertilization. Or if generally single nucleus is responsible for fertilization to the single nucleus, rest other nucleus are meant for the providing the nourishment to the egg, nourishment to the zygote, newly formed zygote. And after the fertilization, the formation of zygote or formation of seed takes place. So my dear student, have a recap once again. This is the male gamete having the adenine and thymine and two nuclei inside the pollen grain. Pollen grain are present in the tetrad form in the anther, what you are looking over here. And this is the ovule that is formed in the ovary, in the gynoecium. And this is the single ovule that is having the polar nuclei for their nourishment, egg nuclei that is for the fertilization purpose. And this is the transferring of this nucleus to this ovum during the fertilization process. These are the sperm nuclei. Okay, and this fertilization ensures the formation of zygote, the formation of embryo or seed, and that surrounded by the fruit. Earlier I have already told you that in gymnosperm there are fruit inside the seed, while in the angiosperm there are seed inside the fruit. So the enlargement of this ovary facilitates the formation of fruit, and sometimes the fruit formed without the fertilization, that is called false fruit, like in example in the banana. So, my dear students, I hope that this is clear to all of you about the in the short video of the flowers, gametogenesis, fertilization, pollination, etc. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.